At Alimentari Italian Grocery on Roncesvalles, it's all about embracing European food and dining. With fresh salads and dishes on offer, it requires lots of packaging. Co-owner Sarah Terpstra has looked for ways to cut back. One example, if you buy a dessert and bring back the jar, you'll get a small refund. But it's not easy for everything. As of Friday in Toronto, there's a bylaw to push all operators to think about reduction.
I think it's pretty unfortunate that we have to be told to do these things because I think it just makes sense.
So under the new bylaw, it does three things. The first, retail staff can't proactively give you single-use cutlery anymore. It's something you have to ask for. Secondly, if you bring a mug from home, they have to use it to give you your drink. And third, there are new restrictions on the types of single-use bags that are given out.
We want to make sure that we're reducing waste up front wherever we can to make Toronto a zero-waste city.
Annette Sinovietz at the City of Toronto says the new bylaw is meant to change customer and business behaviors. If a business owner puts cutlery in a bag or doesn't accept a reusable cup or container, are they going to get a ticket under this bylaw?
Our first step would be to contact that business. We want the outcome of compliance with the bylaw to get waste reduction ultimately.
She says enforcement will largely be complaints-based. If there's continued non-compliance, Sinovietz says a fine starting at $500 could be issued.
We're again giving some time for businesses to get educated, and we're here to answer any questions that they may have.
I think the jury's out on the enforcement until we see exactly how it all plays out.
Julie Kwasinski at the Canadian Federation of Independent Business says she understands the bylaw's intent, but she says communication needs to ramp up and hopes for enforcement restraint.
I'm worried a little bit about the specificity of the rules.
Despite the hesitancy, grassroots groups like Ronci Reduces are trying to help reinforce the benefits.
Think about the positives and think about the long-term positives, right? We all suffer from plastic pollution and from litter and from single-use items that are wasteful, expensive, polluting. So on a personal level, it's good for all of us.
Meanwhile, Terpstra says for businesses, those aren't the only advantages.
At the end of the day, it's going to save you money. I think the real hang-up will be just converting your customers' shopping habits. And so I think having those conversations with your customers.
We'll have more on exactly what's allowed under the bylaw at citynews.ca. In Toronto, Nick Westoll, City News.